There's barely a surface that isn't covered with soft toys or pride flags in the office of Sabrina Lim's humble team. Lim is a Taipei City Councillor and chair of its Gender Equality Promotion Committee. But it's one of her staffers, Antonio Wu, who gives me the tour.
因为我刚好这一年的时候，我在那个婚姻平权大平台，现在是彩虹平权大平台。
Wu has been working for Lim as a policy assistant for about 2 years, and as a self-professed changemaker, he says he could see himself getting even deeper into politics in the future.
喂，蓝君研究室，你好。
我觉得我自己怎么样驱动我去做这份工作，就是怎么样去 make wave， 然后 make a change， 是我很重视的事情。所以 maybe 也许有机会的话，会想到政府部门里面去，会尝试看看这样子。
If Wu did join the ranks of city councillor or higher, he'd be one of a tiny handful of openly gay politicians ever to hold office in Taiwan. There are currently just 2 out LGBTQ+ legislators, neither who came out voluntarily, and around half a dozen councillors, all of whom are women. Wu explains why he thinks there isn't a single openly gay man in Taiwanese politics today.
对于男性的代议士来说，可能会有一个比较希望他们 very decisive, very masculine 的想象。可是如果说今天这个人他不是在传统上的男性角色的话，未必，我觉得这可能会去挑战大家愿不愿意去把这个票投给这个人。
Just down the hallway from Wu is Miao Boya's office, one of the few openly gay councillors in Taiwan. Queer rights and representation have long been a key issue for Miao, who has experienced firsthand the fallout of being out in politics. Just last year, a Taiwan People's Party legislator made fun of her in front of thousands of people. She explains what he said in Taiwanese.
迄个苗博雅，伊的清差，我唔知影要叫伊休假，我唔知是唔是要叫伊休假。
Since getting involved in politics almost a decade ago, Miao says many people, some she says who were well-meaning, have tried to persuade her she'd have more electoral success if she fit better into society's expectations of what a woman should look like.
They say you have to make yourself look like a girl or use more maybe like a pink color in your campaign.
But Miao refuses to dilute her identity.
That is another example to disencourage the youth, because I'm telling them if you want to be success in politics, you have to hide yourself from the public.
Miao has seen progress though. She says the locker room talk that was previously commonplace in politics has started fading away, since more women and queer people have found seats at the table. But even still, running as an openly gay candidate puts you at an immediate disadvantage. A recent survey by the Taiwan Equality Campaign gauges social acceptance of queer people across Taiwanese society. Around 77% of respondents said they would be accepting of gay classmates or colleagues, and around 72% said they'd accept a gay teacher or supervisor, but acceptance dropped to around 69% when asked about gay political representatives. That number drops even further when asked about their own children. Advocates point to holes in legal equality as helping foster prejudice in Taiwan, including a lack of anti-discrimination laws.
Like for commercial behavior or for online hate speech targeting the whole community, not only targeting single person, cannot be regulated now. Of course, we want our government to do more, to provide adult education to let the general public to know more about LGBT.
Taiwan has no shortage of heterosexual politicians who support queer causes, including current President Ching-te, who, during his campaign, promised to continue his predecessor Tsai Ing-wen's legacy of expanding rights for queer people.
未来我会跟大家站在一起，在多元同行的路上一起迈进。
But for now at least, allies might not be enough. By getting involved in politics, gay people like Miao Boya and Antonio Wu are hoping to change public perceptions about their community and push for a legislature that better represents the demographics of the people it serves.
或者是说年轻的一辈愿意进来的时候，我觉得都是一个有点像是路标，有点像是灯塔一样的效果。
Advocates say that more diversity in the legislature and across the political spectrum will make future generations of queer people feel safer and more inspired to get involved with politics and become advocates for communities that, as of right now, have little to no representation in government. Klein, Wang, Ryan Wu and Reece Ayers for TaiwanPlus.